Hello again guys, and welcome to the second part of my zuggle overload tutorial. In this part, I mainly want to focus on what you can do after being overloaded. Like how to dupe equipment, how to clip through the ground, how to do infinite height and arrow flight, and how to do card slides. But before that, I want to tell you something about overload, and the first thing is that this glitch can go through saves. So if you're overloaded and you load any save file that you have, you're going to still being overloaded. The only problem with loading a new save file is that you might have to reload it again depending on how you respawn. Let me explain you why. Here for example, I reloaded, and as you can see, I lost Link's hair and Link's legs. So this is not an issue if you have a chest piece and a headpiece in your clothes, but since I only have the legs, the only part that I can recover are the legs. So doing something like this, and you see I can recover it, but if I can recover the other part of the body, I will have to reload again and see if I can get them back. Same thing with the chest, that you can also lose it, but you can get it back if you have a chest piece clothing. So yeah, this can happen either if you reload a save file or if you die. So be careful with that. Another thing is that the only way to get out of overload is that you hard close the game, like go to the main menu and close it from here. But if you don't, then you're going to still be overloaded no matter what you do. So yeah. Another thing is that you can warp as well, but warping doesn't affect the same as if you reload. Warping is much more safer, so don't worry about that. So yeah, those were the first thing that I wanted to say before going to the glitches. So let's go then. Okay, one thing that I forgot to mention is that if you are missing any body part, legs, chest, or the hair, you won't be able to do any of the tricks that I'm going to show in this tutorial. So make sure you have all the body parts before trying any of the glitches. So yeah, just something that I forgot to tell you about. Okay, back to the video. The first glitch that we will be doing is equipment duplication. For this, I recommend you to have 2 of each equipment, so you can practice with everything. So you need 2 of each equipment and at least 1 arrow. So first, you want to have everything equipped, 1 bow, 1 shield and 1 weapon. But make sure that you don't have equipped the equipment that you want to duplicate. So first you want to press CR to decay your bow, jump, and depending on the equipment that you want to duplicate, the input changes. So for example, if I want to dupe shields, I want to jump, press D-pad left, and switch to the shield that I want to duplicate. As you can see, my shield dropped. This is called overload drop. And if I check my inventory, my shield inventory, I can see that the shield is still there. So just pick it up, switch shields, and now you have 2 of the same shield. Also, quick note, the stuff that you duplicate, you will be duplicating it with the same durability. So keep that in mind. Now, if you want to do bows, it's the exact same thing, just after jumping, instead of D-pad left, you press D-pad right and switch to the bow that you want to duplicate. And it's the same, just pick it up, and now you have 3 of the same bows. Now, if you want to do weapons, it's a little bit different. So, it's take out the bow, jump, and instead of doing it with D-pad, you want to press start after jumping. And just equip a new weapon, or well, equip the weapon that you want to duplicate. which in my case it will be this royal broadsword. So equip it, close menu, and as you can see, I have 2 swords. So the next glitch will be SDC, or stick the sync clip. Pretty much how to clip to the ground. For this, you need at least 2 shields, with having at least one that doesn't have anything fused to it. Same for weapons, at least 2 weapons and having at least one that doesn't have anything fused to it. 1 bow and 1 arrow, and 2 steering sticks. So first, you want to equip the weapon. Equip a different weapon except the one that we're going to use for this. Then you're going to take out your bow, jump, and equip the weapon that doesn't have anything fused to it. Then you want to fuse that weapon to your shield. Now drop 1 stick and fuse the stick to your weapon. Then mount the stick, switch shields, and as soon as you switch shields, you're going to be duping infinitely until you hit the depths. So in order to stop Link for clipping, just press B to unman the clip, to unman the stick, and then you should be able to move again. See? Now, once you do 1 SDC, you're going to be locked in your current L ability. You're going to be able to swap it even if you hold L. In order to fix this, just spawn another stick, mount it, and then you should be able to switch abilities again. Okay, this next glitch is kinda simple. It's called Infinite Height. For this you need 1 shield, 1 weapon, at least 2 bows, and 1 arrow. So what you want to do is take out your bow, and remember, have equipped 1 shield, 1 weapon, and 1 bow before doing this. Take out your bow, jump, dip at left, dip at right, and switch bows. As you can see, if you hold CR, you can see the arrow, but not the bow. So, this position, you want to go to a higher spot. Like for example here, I'll do it in this area. You want to jump off, and as soon as you do it, you want to press CR, then let go CR, and press Y. Kinda in a quick succession, but not super fast. And make sure you let go the input before you press the other one. So it will look something like this. Jump, CR, let go, and then Y. See? Something like this. You are CR, let go, then Y. Then again. Y, CR, Y, CR, Y, CR, Y, CR. Like I said, this is very simple, but it's important that you get familiar with the timing with this in order to teach you the next glitch. So once you are familiar with the input timing between CR plus Y, there is a different trick that we can also do that is called arrow flight. For this one you will need 1 shield that doesn't have anything fused to it, 1 weapon, 2 bows, at least 1 arrow, and either 1 bump, 1 spring, or 1 time bump. Also we will need an slope like this, like the one outside of the tower in Lookout Landing. So first what you want to do is fuse your bump, your spring or your time bomb to your shield. Also not necessary, but just in case, you can dupe your bomb shield. Now equip the bomb shield, take out your bow, jump, and switch bows. So we can do infinite height. Now go all the way up in the slope, and then from here, I wanna tell you what we're going to do before we do it, because you have to do the inputs in a quick succession. So, before doing it, I recommend you to switch your camera sensitivity to very high, because that will make this trick easier. So, what we're going to do is that we want to run out of stamina first, like this machine B. Once we run out of stamina, we want to walk to the slope, do a shield jump, and as soon as we see the explosion, we want to start moving the camera back, and then press B to take out the shield out. And once we take out the shield, we want to start doing the infinite high inputs, CR and Y, in quick succession. So it should look something like this. Of stamina, jump, move the camera. If we did it correctly, we can do arrow flight. Yeah, as you can see, I messed up the timing at the end, but it's pretty much that. Not a very useful glitch if you're already overloaded, because we can just do a card slide instead, but it's still something that I wanted to show you guys. Also, if you messed up and want to try again, I recommend you unequip all your items first, and then re-equip them. And start again from the part where you do the infinite high setup, with taking out your bow, jump, then switch to the bomb shield, and then from here you can try again. See? That's it for this glitch. So now for the final, and actually my favorite glitch that you can do with Overload. Card slides. For this one I recommend you to be on a flat surface. It can be either here lookout landing, and even here outside of the Ultrahan Shrine. Not necessary, but these are good places to practice if you are just learning. So for this one you will need one bow, one shield, one arrow, one card, and 2 weapons. And one of those weapons has to be a claymore. Doesn't matter which one, as long as it's a claymore, it will work. So first, have one of each equipped, and remember the weapon that you have equipped, it shouldn't be your claymore. It has to be any other one. So, if you have everything, just take out your bow, jump and press start, and equip the claymore. Then you want to get out of the pause menu with B, then pause again, drop the claymore that you equipped, then equip and remove a different weapon. Then from here, pick up the weapon just once with A, and you should see something like this. The claymore following you and the weapon name just like moving in the ground. So now I want you to aim to where you want to go with R. In our case, we're going to go to the tower right there. So aim there with R, then cancel the animation with B, press start and take out one card. Now from here you want to recall the card and then mount it, but before you do that, I want you to check the weapon name. And now I want to check it after I climb the card. I normally recall it, hold CL and then do a forward jump, but I want you to focus on the weapon name first. See how it disappears? If you see the claymore name disappear, that means you mounted it correctly. Then once you are here, it's not necessary, but I recommend you to go to the middle. Just to learn how the card behaves, if you do it correctly. And you should see something like this. Now, Now those are for the basics. Once you are in the cart, you can see that if you move forward, you can gain speed. Also, if you're going to move here, do it very slowly. I normally just hold shield with CL and move forward. Like, just tap forward a little bit. And if you see, you're gaining speed. And vice versa, if you go back, you lose speed. Some people also like to do it crouching. I'm not a fan of this, but if you like doing this better, then you can try it and see with what you feel more comfortable with. Now, if you want to change the angle or the direction where you are going, you can either press R and move, but try to not do it super fast, otherwise you're going to end up breaking the cart. You can either do it with R or even holding your bow with CR. That also works. Like doing it like this and move, and you will see how the cart angle changes. And that's for the basics of the cart slide. Okay, now that you know the basics, I want to show you some different kind of cart slide that you can do depending on what you fuse to your claymore. So for the first one, I want to show you what you can do with a claymore fused to a cart. So this one is mainly used to gain speed. This kind of cart slide where you fuse a claymore to a cart is the kind of cart slide that goes the fastest out of any other item fused to it, which is cool. Second type of cart slide that you can do is when you want to go a place that is not super farther away, but is higher than usual. So for this one, instead of using a claymore fused to a cart, we're going to use a claymore fused to a box. And it will look something like this. As you can see, even the cart behaves differently when you use a box. Mount it, keep the angle, and do it. And even though this one doesn't look as fast, these kind of cart slides are the best when you want to go a place that is higher than usual and you don't really mind taking your time to get in there. Because even though we can make it here with a normal cart slide or a claymore cart slide, the box claymore cart slide is better for this kind of cases when you only want to gain height. For the last type of cart slide that I want to show you are the fully vertical cart slides. These are different from the box cart slides mainly because this one won't give you a diagonal angle. This one will give you a fully vertical angle. The only issue with this is that for this one you will need one stabilizer. So in order to do them, you want to spawn the cart, spawn the stabilizer, switch to ultra hand, and you want to fuse the corner of the cart slide of the cart to the top of the stabilizer. Something like this. Then you want to hit the stabilizer and then do the usual cart slide setup. When you're like this, just climb the cart. And if you do everything correctly, you should see something like this. These have very specific applications and honestly are not very common, but I still wanted to show you what else is possible, guys, with cart slides, other than the typical cart claymore and box claymore cart slides. And as you can see, this kind of cart slide is the one that gives you height the fastest. One last thing that I want to tell you guys is that cart slides also, some cutscenes can break them. For example, if you trigger a cutscene while being a card that can break the card completely. And sometimes, even the world stopping you to load can also destabilize the card to the point that break it as well. So take that in mind. And to saying that, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to show you through this video. This is going to be probably my last tutorial for a while, because honestly I don't think I have anything else to teach you about so far. So yeah, as always, typical YouTube stuff. Subscribe if you like it. Comment if you have any doubts. Like I said, I'll try to answer everything. And yeah, hopefully you find this video helpful. I hope you like it. So take care.